stop believing that. Okay? We are not. We are Americans. We are not a third world country that bulldozes our people. Okay? That is not who we are, and we have never been that. There will be a community gathering for prayer today at Avery County. Avery, back in Avery. Ashe County, attention volunteers and those who need volunteers. There is now a call center to assist our agencies with high volunteer volume. As you know, the county has been so I'm like, where's the phone number? They got it in a picture below. The phone number to call if you want to volunteer is 740-9282. If you have any needs, if you're a resident and you have needs, please contact 336-846-5877. They got some updates here. They were taken with looked like a cell phone. Let's see here. Meals, supplies, showers, and more. Hot meals are available at the Crumpler Chestnut Hill Missionary Baptist Church. 12p for lunch and 5p for dinner. And at 7:30 and 8:30, a breakfast Thursday and Friday. They have a phone number associated with that. I don't know if you need to call it or if you could just show up. Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 4. Saturday, 7 to 10 a.m., 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Phone number, 336-877-4920. Available. We already said that one. 4 to 7 Friday, Saturday 7A to 10A, then 11:30A to 2P, and then again 4 to 7P, and then Sunday 7 to 10. To Lansing and sounds like a good place. No times. And all it says is buy Dr. Pepper. Hopefully that you can get your thirst quenched. Jefferson Ash Pregnancy Care Center for baby formula, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 to 5. Our slides here. Showers and laundry, the Lansing Sugar Grove Church, Glendale Springs, the Laurel Springs Fire Church. Showers are available. West Jefferson Blue Ridge Cleaning. is available at the Jefferson Ash Alliance Church Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and the Crumpler's Shelter Baptist. Gas, bring your own containers. Clinic, they say that is free. That is open Saturday. Ash Family Health Care, Highway 221. Trolley between Lansing and Shelter for showers. Flashlights and batteries, lanterns and oil. Oh my. Hand tools and hardware. Generators, oxygen bottles, laundry detergent, coffee, saran wrap, aluminum foil, sugar, creamer, and lotion. Okay, that's Lansing Fire Department. They need that stuff. We all know what those are. I'm not going through that list. Silverware packets, which are including pencils. Silverware packet with utensils. Well, what's silverware? Utensils. I think they're forgetting a word there. Dog and food storm victims. I don't know what that truly means. I'm assuming you give a dog to go to get food, I think. Cruston Volunteer Fire Department, Lansing Volunteer, Fleetwood Volunteer. Provided by Friends of the Animal Shelter, large animal. Let's see, let me read that again in case I messed up. I don't know if they're missing something or not. I don't know what this means, folks. I'm sorry. And then it goes on to say Laurel Springs, hay is available, and West Jefferson at Happy Trails Cowboy Church. I'm sorry, folks. And we're done. That is...
N4 DME.
There were two of you. There was a comment and then N4 DME. Comment, go first.
Yeah, N0SYN. Burke County. We're in North Carolina area today. We left out before the break of dawn this morning and took a trailer load up there. And one thing they requested, and they're trying to get the word out
Okay, copy that. You know, they could have a whole lot more supplies in Lake Lair if they would accept more assistance, and I guess I'll leave it at that. It's a tragedy what's going on down there. We've worked on this area all day today. Myself, Vicki, a couple of the locals that live there, and we've literally just gotten nowhere. So if somebody has a way to get supplies, maybe this gentleman that just spoke, did you have prior authorization to go there? Did you just drive there and they let you downtown like they're telling everybody to stay away from, and that they don't need volunteers and all this? Tell us a little bit about your trip.
Roger. Well, I've got several resources. My pastor at our church has a resource that got us in. Also, if you won't, I won't give too much over out because obviously we're being broadcasted for certain reasons. But if you would want to send me your contact information with these people that are trying in regards to the email we talked about earlier, I will, what the heck, I know they desperately need it up there. If they will contact the United Cajun Navy, they have a Facebook page. I haven't looked at it myself, but I was told by the leader, Todd, which I know personally. I've worked with him. I've worked with the United Cajun Navy ever since Hurricane Harvey in Texas, and they are a dedicated, full-hearted. They give it 1,000%. Like I said, they have multiple resources at their disposal, and they're utilizing everything they can with what they have. They're asking for volunteers to help them. They need boots on the ground, whatever. Also, if anybody that wants to help and be a volunteer to help the team, like I said, I ain't looked at their Facebook page yet or investigated anything because I've been busy myself. But go to their Facebook page and see if you can start the initiation there. But it's United Cajun Navy. I speak highly of them. I would trust them with my life and my family. The leader is Todd Terrell, Terrell, Todd Terrell. He's an awesome man. He would give you the shirt off his back, yada, yada, yada. If you need to get something up there, or if you're with a particular group, try to get a hold of the Cajun Navy. If you can't, you're more than welcome to shoot me an email and explain me your situation, your name, your phone number, where you're located, and what you're trying to do, and I will relay the message to them and whatnot. You do have, the net control does have direct email if need be. You do have my permission to give it to the necessary groups if need be. But that's about all I can say, is try to go through the United Cajun Navy if need be.
Comment.
Go ahead, Vicki.
Yes, sir. The United Cajun Navy, it had to go to a toll-free number. The number is 844-482-6289, and they can shift on a dime and redirect where they're going. They have access to helicopters as well, and they're also working with the mountain mules up there in some of the sub-areas of Quananoa, etc. But that's a good number for them, and they update regularly on Facebook page. And I've also got a comment for Ashe County when you can.
Let me finish Burke County here, and we will go and get that info for Ashe. Don't let me forget you, Vicki, okay? And because we're going to Burke County, the next county over is Cabarrus. And before I forget to say this, the Hickory Airport, they need the wasp spray, or bee spray, whatever, matches, lighters, high visibility vests. Bee spray, matches and lights, visibility vest. You can bring them right to the airport. They reached out today and told me. So that's the Hickory Airport in Cabarrus County. All right, Burke County. Burke County. Over the past 2 days, we have received inquiries regarding EAS alerts, or EAA. I'm getting tired. WEA alerts. These are wireless emergency alerts on your cell phone that have recently been disseminated by two county residents who would like to tell you about these, I guess. The purpose is to ensure the alerts and the individuals are limited to no cell phone signal. In some rural areas of the county, text messages may not be received. Okay, this is, I guess, going into if you don't receive them, I guess, but they don't give any specifics whatsoever about it. For those who don't know, when you get a tornado warning or a child abduction, Amber Alert, stuff like that, that's what they're talking about. Those are those types of alerts. 12:55 p.m. today, a boil water advisory for Burke County customers is now lifted. Multiple tests show water is safe for consumption. On public water system in Burke County are on a boil water advisory. So there you go for Burke County. Okay, I guess if you're hungry in Burke County, you can go to the animal shelter. I know I probably said not in the right timing, but they're giving away free dog and cat and hot dog lunch. I guess maybe I should have said the dog. You guys are probably laughing at me because it's time to go to the animal shelter for a hot dog. I'm so sorry, folks. And they're open 10 to 4 over there, and that's at 425 Kirksey Drive in Morganton. There's a donation drive of non-perishable food, hygiene products, batteries, propane containers, formula, and diapers. And that's going to be at the BCPS warehouse. I'm guessing the Burke County Public Safety Warehouse is going to be my guess of what that stands for. So that's not important. DSS is temporarily closed. That's not good with all the sad things people do to children. Electric update, 9 a.m. This one. Crews will be working on the following locations: Avery Avenue to Sanford Drive along the streets of Cascade Street and Avery Street, Moorhead Street, downtown streets, okay? Don't need to read them all. Most areas are back online. If the power goes out, wait 30 minutes to report it because they may have to shut it off to fix another line. So they say wait 30 minutes to report any power outages. That's that only update. And that's it for Burke County. The gentleman that requested Burke, was there any readback?
No, I did have one comment though, Dan. I legitimately chuckled when you got to the food spots. I just wanted that out there on the air because I know there's still a lot of people that are without power. But thank you for reading that out. N0FYS.
Not a problem. Yeah. I insert my foot into my mouth every day, and it's just kind of the way it is. Any other county that I may have missed?
Did you cover Buncombe County?
Yes, I did in the beginning. They had a very small update today, and there was really nothing new. Did you hear yesterday? If you did, then you heard everything today.
Any updates on specifically Swannanoa Power?
Negative. There was no mention of it whatsoever. The only update on any utilities was the water system. They had 1,800 miles of water pipe that needs to be repaired. They expect water to be out for an extended period of time, they said.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else? Did I miss anything?
For Burke County, this is W4MLM. There is only one Ingalls in Burke County, And if you need your prescriptions, you got to go to the addresses I gave you earlier. This is Whiskey 4, Mike, Lima Mike.
Thank you. Yes, I have them here. If you are in Burke County and you need prescriptions to be filled, you cannot do it in Morganton. The pharmacy is closed. You must go to the Ingalls in Marion at 625 West Henderson Street or Granite Falls Ingalls at 2630 Conley Springs. Thank you for the reminder on that, sir.
Ash County number.
Go ahead for Ash County.
In Ash County, they've got two separate numbers. One of them is if you have a need, if you are an individual that has needs that we can take care of. Separate numbers are asking for volunteers, people to get out there and help them. I know no details except the phone numbers, Ryder.
Yeah, QSL. I put them out and repeated them both twice.
Very good. Want to make sure you got the needs and the ones for the volunteers. Very good. Thank you kindly. AD3I.
Yep, not a problem. All right, folks. I guess we'll. Why don't we start this whole discussion on net control here? So I think Vicki said that she was going to just come in about 7 a.m. and start, just open up the net in case anybody needed anything, starting at 7 p.m. She will take any sort of information needed, and Vicki, you have my email. Just email me anything, and then that'll be, I assume, pretty informal. And then I think what I'm going to do is 9 o'clock. I'll take 9 o'clock like I always have. That'll be just informal as well. We'll just pass any sort of traffic that is needed. And then I don't really think we need to come back until probably around 12 o'clock. And we can talk about that. Anybody here available at noon tomorrow that wants to take that, come now.
While you've got the field, I've got another equipment update, Roger.
Okay, stand by for that. Let's try to get this hammered out first, and then we'll do that. 12 o'clock, so we'll keep that as open. And, I'll probably be monitoring, to be honest with you here. If I need to jump in, I can at any time. Kind of made this my baby here. And then, I guess it's a weekend. Why don't we just, we can do like 3 o'clock. We'll leave that open. And I'll be listening on Broadcastify. Too bad Echolink isn't open. That was really nice. I don't know why that guy from Alaska had to ruin it. And then obviously at 7 p.m. we'll be back for all updates. And I'll do those because I actually enjoy it. So Vicki, you good at 7?
Oh yeah, we'll be on here. You know there's a bunch of hymns that'll be on there. People hear you talking, they'll ask for help. What I'd like you to do is you shoot me an email. I think you use drivenc.org for road conditions and routes. That's the main thing I'd be after. But I do have an individual that's got 10 chainsaws that wants to know who needs them for the relief effort.
QSL, anybody listening here have a need, or anybody that knows a need for 10 chainsaws?
Question.
Go for a question.
Does anybody, this W2WN, does anybody know why WTOE is not on the air?
Negative. I do not. Anybody else?
An AM station. Last time I heard they were broadcasting 1 p.m. every day. Roger, Roger.
I've been listening to them since I guess last weekend, and sometime yesterday when I turned it on they weren't there. Last night they weren't there. This morning again they weren't there. Now they are not there.
That's oldies, regular station, and just a regular down-home AM broadcast. Hold on one sec. I'll just look it up online here. I'm sure they have something on their Facebook page about it. Let's see what they say. I got it loaded. It's WTOE, yes. Let's see. They have nothing on their Facebook page. I honestly can't believe that. That makes no sense to me. Let me look somewhere else. You're right back. Yeah, they were also advertising yesterday, I believe, for anybody that had a key to a certain shed to please bring the key, because if you open the door in the shed, you find a drop cloth, yeah, there's a Freudian slip, a drop cord, and if they plug that drop cord back into the extension that's on the floor, then their FM station would be back on the air. That's kind of a bizarre thing to hear about. Why don't they just go cut the lock off? I don't get it. Strange. And shortly after that, AM was off also.
Comment.
Go ahead.
KJ40US, this is for Vicky. Vicky, it's not drivemc.org. It's drivemc.gov.golf Oscar Victor. KJ40US.
Thank you for the confirmation, because that's what I had on here. I appreciate that. .gov.
Okay, I looked everywhere for you, sir, on Facebook and on the internet. I have nothing, but I'm sorry. Vicky, I only use Google Maps. I have never used this particular this website. I have it up right now. I'm not a fan of it already. I'm getting off it already. But you use what you want, whatever you're comfortable with there, obviously. I like Google Maps because you can zoom in and see little roads, and this you can too, but it's not as intuitive. That's just me. So you use whatever you want. And there's no preference, or I don't care how you do it. But anyways, anybody got anything else? K2DMG.
Comments.
Lynn, go ahead, my friend.
K4ZK. Well, we know there's going to be all kinds of people coming into the area, and I really don't trust what Google Maps and all tell us about road closures, because a lot of times, well, in the very beginning, they were saying I-40 was closed, and all kinds of misinformation. And if people are in those areas and get through, and there's a road that opens up, please let us know so we can pass it on.
Yeah, good point, sir. Good point. I will also make just a PSA, and you just brought up a good point. Guys, there's going to be a lot, this is the first weekend now afterwards, I got a feeling these areas are going to see an uptick in people trying to come into your communities, because the humans are people that like to explore and like to see things, especially things that are sensationalized and be careful this weekend. Report any suspicious activity that you may see around your property or your neighbors that's not supposed to be there. If anybody needs assistance dialing out, there'll always be somebody around here that we can make that phone call for you. If we can get your local communication center online, which would be pretty easy. I don't know if any of them are out anymore. I think all comms are open now, comm centers. So I'd be starting to be careful as the wandering dredges of people that are up to no good are out of work for the weekend and want to go explore. I think that's the easiest way to say it. So just be mindful this first weekend here. HTMG.
Okay, net control.
Comment?
Full service and disaster roaming.
What's that, Vicky? Somebody was in there with you.
Oh, go ahead, other station. The other station, go ahead.
Dan, I just wanted to let you know, BuncomCounty.org has the latest update for Buncombe County. I've been having a really hard time with AT&T cell-based internet, and it just happened to finish loading up just a little while ago.
Yep, they load that exact update on their Facebook page, their Twitter page, and on their web page. So they're trying to get it out, that's for sure. Thank you, sir.
And just one other word. The 18,000 miles of pipe, that's not what was damaged. That's what's in the Buncombe County system.
Yeah, correct. I guess I should have clarified that. I'm sorry. It's 18,000 feet of pipe in the ground in which they have to install. So yes, that's my apologies for not explaining that one.
Got power over here. I couldn't get the net going. You can check me at AG4ZL. I do have the original preamble for the training net. If you want me to send it to you on Facebook, it should be in your inbox.
The what? The preamble for what?
Sorry, net control. On another net, forgot to switch over. AG4ZL.
Oh, say, I think I'm pretty darn good at weighing this whole thing. I don't need no damn manual. I haven't had one yet.
My guys are over here using our activation preamble. I forgot to send it to training net. All right, sorry about that. Send to the AG4ZL.
I'm just playing with you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go downstairs for a little while, y'all, and I hope you all have a good night. And maybe we'll be on here tonight. I don't know. But we'll talk to everybody later. Unless anybody has anything else, let me ask one time before I I know, that's right, Vicky had something. I'm sorry, Vicky. Go ahead.
Query when you get through.
Service and disaster roaming, but 84ZL is hot. He is guilty of driving up to McDonald's and asking for a Whopper. Roger.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, on the cell service, it is mandatory by the federal government that during disaster, and this is definitely one, that if you have cell service, you need to make sure that you've got roaming activated. If you've got Verizon and their cell towers are not up and running, be sure your cell phones are on roaming, and even though you've got one carrier, you can get on the other carriers and you may have service. Roger.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. Your phone should always have activated roaming. The only time you would want to shut that off is if you're going out of the country and you don't want to roam. If you're within the United States, you want your roaming on. Because there's a lot of times that you can roam, and it's free to roam now. It's not like it used to be when we all had cell phones years ago where roaming was bad. You know, it's not like that no more. So keep your roaming on. That's a good tidbit there. I don't know if that comes standard on. I guess I don't even know. I should look at mine. I haven't looked at it in a while. Anybody else?
Yeah, Dan, please copy KF4WCA.
WCA.
All right, Dan, did you memorize the preamble? I repeat, did you memorize the preamble?
Well, we'll come in at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you tell me. How's that sound?
All right, very good, old man. I hope to talk to you later tonight, and that interjection was priceless. I knew it was on the wrong frequency, but I thought I was going to die laughing. Over.
Yes, that was funny. I agree. Anybody else?
KC40.
KO4GYW, Black Mountain. Over.
We got RD, and then the gentleman in Black Mountain. I don't recognize his voice. I know RD, so Black Mountain, go.
Yes, sir. I just got a pop-up from a friend in Yankee County, hiked up to the Blue Ridge Parkway to get a signal. I've got a list of about 40 names, which are all, these people are verified good to go. They are alive and well and okay. What I'm looking for is a Yancey County point of contact to get that list to so they can bump that against their any missing persons list or anything like that, just to make sure. Over.
I do not have any contacts with the Yancey County officials. I have not heard from any of them, and I'm going to guess if you have it with the FBI and everybody assisting with this, I'm going to guess they had it well before you. That would be my guess. I guess I can. The problem is Yancey hasn't given any update there. Their sheriff is giving updates, but nothing with any contact. I would try EOC at yanceycountync.gov. EOC at yanceycountync.gov and see if that goes through. That's kind of the email that we've been seeing in multiple different counties, using the same thing, just with their name in the front. So I would try that. I just don't have any contact info for up there.
Roger, sounds very good, and thank you for that. We'll try that. And last a little bit, do you have any update on trafficability of Highway 9? Over.
Highway 9 where?
Highway 9 coming south out of Black Mountain. Over.
Yeah, it's closed. Hold on, I'll bring up Google Maps here. There's a small stretch on 9 that's closed, just south of 40, and then I'm just doing this by memory here. And then there was another stretch that goes down into the Lake Lure area, Chimney Rock, whatever. That is all closed. Let's see, Fletcher. All right, there's 9 right there. Yep. There it is right there. So, let's see, where is it closed on Highway 9? There it is right there. See, I've been doing this a little long. I'm getting pretty good. It's Highway 9 is closed between Lackey Gap Road and Holly Road, which is just south of 40. Somebody said there's a way around that. I searched this map that day, and I can't find a road that would bring around it. But, let's see, I guess if you go there. Yeah, I just found a way around. I guess I didn't look too hard. I guess the way around that would be taking Dogwood Lane to Old Lackey Gap. Old Lackey Gap will put you on the other side of the closure. So that's the way around that. And then it closes again up near the 74 there in Chimney Rock.
Comment?
Comment, Joe?
Kilo Golf 4, India Charlie November. Some people that live up there past, like way up Highway 9 have been coming down in pickup trucks. Today was their first day out, and they were able to take Lakey Gap Road.
Is that the one I just said or not?
They are past the, oh man, what's the name of the fire department up there? Garrison Creek or something?
Crooked Creek, I think.
You are absolutely correct. Yes, they are just past there, and they came down, and I saw them in town this morning in Monte Vista.
Okay, sounds good. Sir, you copy that?
I did, and I appreciate it. This KO4GYW Black Mountain is clear.
All right, RD, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. This is KC4RD in Tennessee. I have that message on Facebook from my wife's phone. I don't have a way of getting it over to a regular email. Do you have a Facebook contact? I can send this to you directly about the need for vehicles up at that gate.
Yeah, it's just, my Facebook name is my name. You can just message it to me. My call sign is K2DMG. You can message it to me. That's no problem.
Okay, I can just send it to K2DMG on Facebook.
Yeah, just look up my name. I mean, my name's already out there, Dan, but I don't want to keep spelling my name out on the world to spell. But, yeah, that's, just look it up on QRZ there, and you can search me there.
Okay, Roger. I can read this thing out to you. It's only 4 paragraphs, but if you'd rather me send it to you, that'll be fine. If it turns out to be legit, if you can let me know, we can make plans to come over there and bring our equipment. Right?
Yeah, QSL. Is it 4 paragraphs or 4 sentences?
If I can get my cell phone to play again, let's see here. It's about 4 paragraphs. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. Can anyone get side-by-sides or small pickup trucks and trailers to Batcave, North Carolina? Needed ASAP to help save lives. To this point, only helicopters can get it in and out, but small trails have been opened up in Batcave to Chimney Rock. They give the coordinates, 35 north, 82 west, da-da-da-da-da. And then it says this is the Batcave Fire and Rescue Department, and the crew knows how to get up there. Desperate request came from the Assistant Fire Chief. So that's about it in a nutshell.
Yep, sounds 100% fake to me.
Hey guys, I'm speaking from the top of Barnesville. West 19 is gone completely off the map.
You're going to have a chuckle.
All right, thanks for breaking in on that. We're having a conversation. We'll get to you in just a second about 19. The other gentleman that we're talking to about the equipment, go ahead, you were covered up.
I'm sorry. I was just reading this. It says, can anyone get side-by-sides or small pickups to Batcave? Needed ASAP to save lives. Helicopters can get in and out, but small trails have been opened up to get up to Chimney Rock. Give the coordinates. It says this is the Batcave Fire and Rescue. The crew knows the way to get up there, and the request came from the Assistant Fire Chief. That's the Reader's Digest version.
Sounds 100% fake to me.
That's what I thought. Okay, well, I'll send it to you regardless, so you can pour over it, and you can use it for an example. Over.
Yeah, QSL. And there are qualifying words in there, as we call them in law enforcement, that tells me that is 100% fake. And I'm not going to, I can't prove without seeing it and vetting it myself that it is, but certain things you said there, I'll put a lunch on it with you someday.
Well, that's the reason I called you, Dan, because, you can't do any of this stuff without some sort of verification. So I appreciate you clearing that up for me. So anyway, you've done a fantastic job running this net. I listen to you all during the day, and nobody can do this any better than you. But we appreciate what you do. KC40, back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Now, the person who came on the air and was telling us about 19 that we reported about 600 times in the past 7 days about Highway 19, go ahead with your comment.
I apologize for interrupting you, but I'm standing here above Burnsville. We've done search and rescue the top of Yancey County the past 2 days. I'll be here till Sunday, but we've got reports of people missing in the Tow River and Cane River. I just need to know if I can get to Batcave or not. I've got a crew of 2 side-by-sides, chainsaws, anything. I'm EMT certified, Swift Water certified, that kind of thing. So just let me know if I can get anywhere y'all need me.
And who are you with? Are you with an agency or?
That's going to be affirmative. We're working under FEMA and working with local fire departments here.
Okay, man, you're not talking to an amateur here, okay? If you're with an agency, tell me your agency, okay? If you're working under FEMA, there's nothing that says you can hide your agency. So if you're going to come on the air and give that type of description that you're looking for bodies, give your agency.
Right now, we're currently operating under Claremont Volunteer Fire Department.
Okay, Claremont in Catawba County?
Yancey County. Claremont. C-L-E-A-R-T. Claremont.
And there's a Claremont right here in Catawba County as well. I'll vet that one too. Thank you. And do you have a call sign? Just as I suspected. You can have that on amateur radio now, folks.
There you go.
Here we are. So, guys, I'll give you some qualifying words here, okay? And I'm not saying this guy is not legit. He might be an 18-year-old kid working his first disaster for the very first time, and he's really excited to talk on his Bofang radio for the first time. But I will tell you that not very many first responders will get on the air that's being broadcast all over the world on Broadcastify that will come on the air and say, yep, we're up here looking for bodies. If you need us to go to Batcave 130 miles the opposite direction, let me know, I'll go. Okay? If he's working under the direction of FEMA, he is under the direction of a team. And he can't just pick up himself and go 130 miles the opposite direction. Okay? I'm not an amateur, my friend. I've been doing this a long time. So you're trying to mess with the wrong guy when it comes to that. I'm sorry to get heated here, but that is a bunch of BS. I'm sorry. Please don't transmit on this frequency again. You do not have a call sign, and we'll take care of this.
What in the world did I just come back to, Cape? Where is it?
This is what I'm trying to tell you, folks. This is what I'm trying to tell you. What did I just say? What did I literally just say 15 minutes ago? Watch out this weekend, okay? Watch out. There's going to be people out there. And I'm not saying this guy's safe, not by any means. But the things he said were not adding up. And this is, anybody that does what I did for a living, and there's people on this repeater that do what I used to do, will tell you it's what people say, okay? That is, when you're in that field, you're trained to listen. When you hear qualifying words like we just heard, that's it. He refused to say who he was with at first, and he said Claremont Fire Department in Yancey County. Claremont Fire Department's over here in Catawba County. Now, I will look to see if there's one in Yancey County. I'm not saying there's not. I mean, there's multiple fire departments in this state with the same name. But he wouldn't answer that question at first. When I asked him for a call sign, he wouldn't give one. He shut up. And then a first responder doesn't talk like that. No first responder talks like that. Says that I'm out here looking for bodies in rivers. That's not the way that works. If he was with an actual organization, that boy would be let go right now for saying that over a public airwave that's being transmitted all over the world. So, that is literally what I just said to you guys 20 minutes ago, and it just happened.
Yeah, and he spelled Claremont correctly.
Go ahead.
KQ4D&D. Dan, I've been Googling all over. As soon as he spit that out, I started Googling to see where that was at. The spelling's off and everything. You've got, there's no need for you to check it unless you just really want to.
Yeah, QSL, thank you.
Into audio.
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Richard McCandless. I was an 911 operator for almost 20 years, and you're 100% on point. Yeah, you know what to listen for, and you get keywords and phrases, and it don't take but just a few seconds to debunk the so to speak. Appreciate what you're doing, the way you're carrying yourself, and the way you're doing things. You're spot on, my man. Glad to hear you on. Really appreciate it. Into audio.
Thank you, appreciate it. And just so everybody knows, I just want to, Yancey County, there is a Claremont Fire Department, and I'm going to contact them right now, and I'm going to verify this story. I'll be back. Because let me make a phone call first.
Roger that, Dan. I mean, I understand Southern Appalachian accent. I have one myself that used to be a lot thicker than it is now. And there used to be a joke that Dr. Ralph Stanley, bluegrass singer, we'd get some of you might clear your throat and say, I'm a McClure. Well, where you from, Ralph? McClure. And it's understandable that sometimes something that's spelled one way gets pronounced another, but the other telltale signs were there, dead on. You don't pause when you ask for agency, and you don't shut up when you ask for a call sign unless you just don't happen to have one, and you didn't bother to start out saying unlicensed with emergency response offer or anything like that. So, for anybody that might be a little late tuning in or whatever, my position is that Dan was 100% within his rights and said the right things and is doing the right things. And I'll get off my soapbox before somebody kicks it out from under me. Into idea.
KM4SLT comments.
Oh, go ahead with your comment. We're open.
Actually leads me to a...
Oh, Danny's webcasting it. No! Bro, just shut down the whole... Oh, but...
license by the end of this month, October. It's been 10 years since I got my license. And the official FCC.gov website, the core payment portal, absolutely failed to log me in. Got in contact with the health service. They pointed me in the right direction. I got the renewal. My next question, if anyone could answer this properly, I have yet to receive an email clarifying that the payment was accepted, even though the charge was followed through. Any concerns I need to be looking out for as far as that goes?
I can't answer that directly. But I can tell you, I just got my father a GMRS license here. I'm going to guess 3-4 weeks ago. I bought it for him, and to this day, I have not received a confirmation in my email.
Comment.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Well, I know the FCC is not the most efficient in the world, but a lot of times if you look up a call sign, if it's expired, it pop up expired.
Oh, it sure will. Sir, if you want, I'll look that up for you. Give me your call sign. I didn't copy it.
Yes, sir. Kilo Mike 4 Frank Lima Golf. It should have expired close to the end of October of this year. I did pay for the renewal, $30 or $35 renewal fee through the FCC.gov website and through the course payment portal.
All right, I just typed it in here. Anybody that knows the FCC's website, it's typically a little slow, so it's doing its thing here, and I will let you know your expiration date is now October 30th, 2034. Your payment was accepted.
Thank you very much for looking that up. Kind of hard to do anything on the internet when you have no internet, as anyone could expect. So just saying that, thank you all so much. Dan, thank you seriously, everyone for everything that y'all have done. And I'm not messing with you, Dan. That steak dinner next year at the Shelby Ham Fest, I'm going to get that for you, brother. Loud clear.
Sounds good. I look forward to it, K2DMG. Just so everybody knows, all Claremont Volunteer Fire Department phone numbers are out of order. Obviously, they have no service up there restored yet. So I can smell BS a mile away, and that was it, folks. And like I said, please be careful this weekend. There are going to be people up and moving, trying to access these small towns just to come see devastation and stuff like that. And when people feel that there's that they should have it more than you, they're going to start doing nasty things, and it's up to you to protect what's yours, my friends.
comment.
Go ahead.
Roger. CH-47, the Chinook, just dropped off a bunch of supplies like MREs, water, basic supplies like diapers, feminine stuff, off in a field in Rutherford County right across the street from the Gilkey trash dump. Break. Some locals that are being described as drug addicts started looting the supplies, and at any rate, somebody I know went and picked it up with the police and took it to a nearby church. But it seems like the National Guard or whoever's in charge of dropping these supplies off, they tried to talk to them and they wouldn't say anything to them. They just ignored them, and the helicopter took back off. And it seems really disorganized, like they're just dropping random supplies off in random. Is this kind of the theme we're working with here? Where is it?
Yeah, it's sad. It really is. And on another sad note, my buddy Steve, he works for Mama Air Care on one of the helicopters. He reported just a minute ago that somber moment this afternoon. I'm not going to name the department, I'll just say a Western North Carolina Fire Department received one of their own today from the floodwaters. He was escorted by a Hero's Honor, so that's nice, but sad. But yeah, we got some more sad times coming, probably. And with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go downstairs for a little while. We'll see the wife and the kids, and we may be back later. KC.
Dan, appreciate it, and I do have some good news.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, the North Wilkesboro's having their Apple Festival tomorrow, so get out of the house and go up there and join them. There's all kinds of crafts and artisan up there, and just get out of the house. I've been glued to this radio now for a week, and I'm getting out tomorrow and getting away. But I'll be back tomorrow evening. KI4ZK.
Lynn, can you say the name of that Apple Festival again and where it is, please?
North Wilkesboro. If you take Highway 16 north and just go through Taylorsville and up the mountain, and you'll wind up in North Wilkesboro. Comment. Go ahead, comment.
Make sure you take your radio with you and go on a simplex frequency. It's not in use. Every time I've been up there, I've had no cell phone service. This has been in the past. I actually was separated from my family for about 3 hours the last time I went up there, so that was kind of hectic. I always take that radio with you. W4HTP, Dave, out of Morganton.
Yeah, good advice, and you can't hit the Mount Mitchell from up there either, so, but I'll take my radio.
Yeah, I was just saying run simplex with the family, If you've got a GMRS call sign, it'll help you too, but I walked around and I was like, dang, I didn't take my radio or nothing, or have my wife with the radio. That was bad. Before TGA, I'll send it back.
Comment.
Really comment.
Hey, Lynn. Two things, actually, into IDO, Richard and Chandler. If you're going to this public event, Apple Festival, whatever, and you don't have a GMRS call sign, we have been covering about 4 or 5, maybe as much as 8 square miles. Most of the folks doing so have been on the big box store, Midland, Cobra, ONN, House Brand, FRS, GRS handhelds on one of the FRS channels, no license required. And we've been covering, like I said, about an 8 square mile area with, some mixed success.
But we've been doing that ever since the storm moved out Friday morning. As recently as yesterday afternoon, we still had folks that didn't have power that still had a radio on. The nice thing about those is you can pop double A's in them. You don't have to worry about having a charger, recharging your car, or whatever. And you don't have to have a license. And yeah, power's limited. Yes, you have to have a radio that does not have a removable antenna, but they will do further than you would think that they would do for the amount of power that they put out. So something else that might be of advantage to someone. Other thing, Daniel was doing the control work tonight. He's a pro. He's been at this a long time. The only little thing is, I never could catch his call sign. He said it, but my ears aren't as fast as they used to be, and I never could catch it, and I kind of wanted to write it down. If you could give me some fill on that, Lynn, I would appreciate it. Into IDO.
Sure, Ken. His call sign is Kilo 2, Delta Mary Golf.
Copy. Kilo 2, Delta Mike Golf. And it's Richard, Lynn. Kilo 2, Delta Mike Golf. Got it. Thanks much. Y'all carry on. I'm on the mail and work on some stuff, get ready for a long day tomorrow. I'll be around for a little bit, but nowhere near as late as last time, man. Into IDO.
All right, sorry about that. And also, too, if you do have a handheld, a buzz thing or whatever, there are the MERS channels, multiple use radio service. There are 5 channels that you can talk on and not have to have a ham license. And I can give you those frequencies if you want to write them down.
Roger that. I've got them, Lynn, but somebody else might need them, so by all means, carry on. If I'm not mistaken, those are on the UHF high band, the 150s, if I'm not mistaken. You got a text message from my old friend. Yeah, go ahead and throw those out because some other folks might be. And I don't think the MERS channels have power and antenna restrictions that the FRS, which is Family Radio Service, I don't think they have the restrictions near as tight on power and antenna, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I looked at the rules on that. But yeah, throw those out there, Lynn, and I'll be monitoring and getting my hands wet, taking care of some stuff for tomorrow. Into IDO, back to KI4ZK.
Yes, sir. It's got a limit of 5 watts, and I think the MRS is like 2 watts. But generally, if you're going to be using it to keep up with family or friends or something, well, I've talked to from Mount Mitchell to Catawba County on the MERS frequency before, but that was location. But the first MERS channel is 151.820. Second MERS channel is 151.880. Third MERS channel is 151.940. Fourth MERS channel is 154.570. The fifth MERS channel is 154.600.
Roger, I appreciate that, Lynn. Yeah, GMRS, I think, is limited to 50 watts. Removable antenna, repeaters, etc. FRS, I was thinking that limit was 500 mils, but I could be wrong about that. I have been before, and I will be again before midnight. Into IDO.
You're halfway right, over.
Okay, which half? I'll bite.
All right, this is KI4WC returning. Here's how it works. The lower channels on FRS are now 2 watts or less, and you can't buy anything that's even close to 2 watts. I have some Motorola's. I think they were the strongest they ever sold. They're 1.71 watts, channels 1 through 8. I'm slightly dyslexic, so I could be off one channel. The 467 megahertz frequencies are 500 milliwatts, and that's ERP, which is why the antenna is fixed on FRS. And then the upper channels are the same power restriction as the first ones. You know, 2 watts or less with a fixed antenna. The advantage that MERS has a 2-watt power limit, but you can use external antennas, and as you and I both know, if you attach it to like a 9 dB or 12 dB collinear array, holy cow, it works so much better. Over.
Roger that. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Yeah, we were working on FRS2, which was 462.5875, if my memory serves. I don't have one of those radios in front of me. One good thing about MERS is it's just barely out of the 2-meter band. So you're not stressing the radio too much, and you're not working with an antenna that's way, way out of band to increase your reflective power. So you're not stressing your radio as much, and that and your receive sensitivity is better. A lot of advantages there. Jumping from 440 to 460, even if you've got a biphone or whatever, the BF888s are a little less than 2 watts. A UHF 16-channel programmable no display. They're a little less than 2 watts, but they do have removable antennas. But now the Tethys does have that do not have removable antennas that are a little less than 2 watts. Also, the Midland has a higher end series of radios that are in the GMRS FRS spectrum, and they, I think, are just about the full 2 watts, but they're crazy expensive, like almost $100 a piece. Guys, I got some in the oven I got to grab out right quick. You okay? Okay. That was my old call sign from 25 years ago. Into idea.
All right, 70 man, and good success on the cooking. But yeah, the rules are really specific on FRS. FRS is actually now much more viable than it was. It's actually wonderful, and I love it very much. I've got a couple of really good ones here that I've used with my daughter, but my goodness, the 5-watt GMRSs are so much better, it's ridiculous. KI4WCA.
KI4WCA, K4SOC. Were you able to get that big new antenna up?
No, today I had to get flushing water and I had to do some patching job on the roof. But that is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm looking at it right now. That beautiful big baby is leaned over in the corner of the shack. I already have the mounts on it, so it's going to be a commando run up onto the roof to put that sucker up and then do some bonding work real fast. I have all the parts laid out, and I can't tell you how anxious I am to have it up. Over.
Ah, man, that sounds so exciting. Be safe up there, and let us know how it goes. I'm sure you're super excited. I'm excited for you.
Oh, I'm very, very excited. It's so tall, it'll be a giant improvement over the 3 dB antenna that's on the roof now. This one is rated at 7 dB dipole, so it should be a whole lot smoking hotter. Plus, its height, the center of the antenna, you know, where it really radiates the most, as it were, the center plane of where the lobe is, will be quite a bit higher than what it was, so it should really kick it. Tonight was the first time ever I was able to get into Crowder's with the 3 dB antenna, which I attribute, I'm sorry to say, totally to the aftermath of the storm, because it's comical, it's also very sad, that my antenna, its effective height above the horizon, has risen the equivalent of like 30 to 50 feet just because all the trees on the ridges are gone up here. Over.
Yeah, I hear you. What bands are you going to have on that antenna?
This is dedicated. It's just a GMRS antenna. That's all it's good for. It's a, you can look it up. It's a layered FG4607. It's an epic antenna, and the reason I love it, and the reason I bought it and could not buy anything else, is it's rated 125-mile-an-hour winds, which some people would consider overkill, but please look around, gentlemen. It's not now, and it's a one-piece radome, It's actually pretty heavy compared to the 3 dB version, which is a real lightweight thing that has very thin fiberglass. This one is a whole lot taller. It's 107 inches overall length, and it weighs nearly 5 pounds. Over.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks pretty big and hefty. Good luck with that. I bet you're going to have a lot of fun on it. I've not messed with any GMRS myself. I don't have a license. I'm studying for my general right now. I'm hopefully going to get that pretty soon. I'm excited. That way I can, I shouldn't have settled for technician back when I did. I should have just gone for general right out of the gate because technician is so limiting. Over.
Well, yeah, it is, but, the thing is, general's not that much harder. It really isn't. And what I did was I took practice exams on EHAM, and when I was consistently scoring like 85% or higher, that's when I went out and took my test, and I took my technician, and I don't remember the score, but I passed. In general, and I passed, and they were like, would you like to try extra? I was like, no, my head would be the size of Montana if I passed, and so I didn't do it. But then I came back home, and I was happily talking on my new radio, which was an Icom 2200H, and some guy was making fun of me because I was talking about stuff that, you're just a general, you can't know that stuff. And so I crammed for the exam in October. I passed my extra at the Penn Tech Amfest. I actually took my extra exam in the Penn Tech cafeteria, which now is a historic place and no longer open for that sort of thing. Over.
Oh man, that sounds really cool. Well, I'm going to clear out of here and stand by so somebody else can get in. I don't want to tie up the repeaters. But this is K4SOT down in Rutherford County. My name is Shay. It's good making contact with you. I'll be clear on the phone.
Very good, Shay. It was a pleasure to work you, and I could just almost get into the Rutherford County machine tonight on GMRS. It's one of the reasons I want a better antenna for that. I really want it as an alternative to be able to talk to the guys that don't have, ham tickets and stuff in times like this. And the main reason I bought my ticket was so, my daughters could talk to me when they're walking around town. That was the main mission, but of course, being a ham, I've just gone nuts with it. Over.
I'll verify the nuts part.
Her words never spoken, never spoken.
You know me.
It was a pleasure, Shay. 73 from KI4WCA. Bye-bye.
The pleasure's all mine.
So, Lynn, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We did get out of the house long enough to go by the insurance company and make my claim. Wasn't in a big hurry because I know they got their hands full, but and I didn't suffer that much damage. But I'm going to try to get the roof replaced and set it as repairs. We'll just see what happens. But you know how insurance companies are; they don't want to pay no more than they have to. But and we went to Walmart, which we don't usually go, but got some more supplies and stuff to send to the mountains.
Oh, yeah. Very good, man. Good on you. Yeah, I've got to call my insurance company, too. They're currently closed because, well, the local outlet is here in Nashville. And they're like, well, go to www. And I'm like, yeah, right. There's no freaking internet here. So it's kind of comical making insurance claims out of a disaster zone, Lynn. Over.
Oh, yeah, and I went in person. I didn't want to be put on hold on the phone, so I went in person, and we was there probably a half hour while she put whatever in the computer, but I got a confirmation number, and the adjuster will come out sometime, but she said it might take a while. I said, that's fine, as long as I got the process in motion.
Yeah, I've got to do the same thing. My maple tree dropped a bunch of big limbs on the roof. I thought the chimney had fallen. Seriously, one of the big limbs was rolling down the roof, and it sounded like the apocalypse from in the house. Over.
in the building the other day, and Akins was hitting the top of it, and I thought somebody was shooting a gun.
Well, yeah, imagine the limbs I cut off the roof were about 6 inch, so they penetrated the shingles completely. And so I was up on the roof today, filling that up with like, no liquid rubber, but the Flex Seal stuff to try to, eliminate the sudden gigantic leaks on the back porch. But yeah, holy cow, real damage. So yeah, the roof is toast. I repeat, the roof is toast. Over.
I understand that. Yeah.
The waved at multiple helicopters that flew over. There was a big military gunship that flew right over the house. He banked it, and I could see the bottom of it. He was about 100 feet above me, which was honestly really freaking epic, Helene. Over.
I noticed we had a couple kind of sort of low. Most of them stay up in the air pretty high. I don't know why they was flying so low. But, yeah, I've sat and watched those big, I forget what they call them. It's got the big propellers on the front and the back. I'll just boot these up and flying over the house.
Oh, those are Chinooks. No, this was a sort of like attack support helicopter. It was big enough to carry quite a few troops, but it's the kind of one that that'll do insertion and also serve as a gunship. I didn't see any guns mounted, but he banked right over the house, and he was extremely low, and I was like, oh man, this is cool. And Biden was here, and so I saw the Ospreys that they send out to protect the president, as well as the presidential choppers. Saw them very clearly from the house here in West Asheville, and over.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with him right now. Well, we sent him supplies and the people were happy. Yeah. And then Kamala wants to give us $750, just like they did to the people in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, $750, that fixes everything, It does. It replaces the 4.5 miles of 40 that's gone. It replaces all the bridges. It pays for all the tree removal on the roads. Yeah, $750, that sounds about right. Duh.
Oh, well, I'm not going to say no more. I'll wait till the round table when everybody's in bed.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Well, look, for now, 73, my friend, and I've enjoyed listening to you guys today. I was listening on the SDR earlier, and I will report that the signals I'm getting on the SDR are so strong now with all the trees down. It's just crazy. If you're a VHF fan, holy cow, life is really good here in West Asheville in that respect. And also, I'm delighted to report I went to Trader Joe's. There's one here in western North Carolina, I think. And it was like the before time. It was fully stocked, Lynn, and they took plastic. It was glorious. Over.
Yeah, life is good when you have all your amenities.
Well, the thing is, the ladies, the wife and the daughter were freaking out. They were really losing it because they're heavily screen addicted. They gotta have the internet and all that, and of course that's gone, man. There's no internet here. And so I bought a whole bunch of gourmet food that I knew that they loved, specifically to cheer them up because they needed a break. And so tonight they cooked a giant frozen lasagna that a neighbor gave us, but after that they can dig into the other stuff, which is all wonderful, wonderful stuff. So that should, I'm hoping, will raise their morale a little bit. And that's kind of the struggle. It's like keeping their morale up in the house. Over.
Oh, I understand. We went a week without internet. And, yeah, she actually broke out some movies on DVD and was watching movies, so I kept her occupied while she's doing her crocheting.
Well, yeah, we were up without power for 6 days, so they couldn't do anything like that, so you can imagine how much they were flipping out, over.
Comment? And give me a comment.
Nothing a good bottle of wine won't satisfy. KR2W.
Yeah, but you know, the 16-year-old really can't have that, man. She, no on that.
Now you have to give them Benadryl.
You didn't mention ages there, so I didn't think about that, but Lynn's got a point.
I was going to say, you know, the Benadryl she only uses for allergy attacks, but the old lady, yeah, I've been buying boxes of wine like crazy. I've spent so much money on alcohol, it's nuts.
Claiming her to be a wino.
Well, truth be told, she kind of already is, man.
Comment.
Go ahead.
KJ4UHX. Michael, just go ahead and give the 16-year-old a glass of wine. It'll relax.
No, man, no. You know, besides, I know she probably sneaks some after I go to bed.
You know, teenagers, we used to be one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not the suitable on that, that's for sure. Yeah, I was one, and I was bad. So bad.
My wine, the level on my wine kept going down. And we're sitting at the kitchen table, the 5 kids and me and Mama, and I said, well, I don't know who's been getting into my wine, but I just want you to know I've been peeing in the bottle. And number 2 boy's face dropped or jaw dropped, and then I knew I got him in.
That's psychological warfare, Lynn. Good job.
Comment.
Go ahead.
KG4DND. My family's always been sawmillers and bootleggers, and when I was a kid, I didn't realize that alcohol didn't freeze. I got my tail tore up one time when my papa's alcohol froze out in the garage over.
Yeah, that is a dead giveaway.
You're a bad boy, I can tell.
Because he didn't tell me he used the bathroom in the bottle.
That's pretty funny, man. Holy cow. If it goes, yeah, busted.
Yeah, that's when I put a little refrigerator out in my workshop, so that couldn't happen again.
Yeah, they just went after your refrigerator in your workshop and got it.
I usually hit this month when I wasn't around.
Simpler and better times.
It's amazing how fast that turned into a lazy bottle. I mean, that used to be sit on top of the cabinet and where he got it from. And I come home one day and he just like lowered me over on his place. Yeah, some of that.
You're mostly unreadable, over.
I'm over here between 2 mountain crests. I won't be able to get back in till I get back to the PH
Hey, call again when you got a good site.
TZA. QSL, Whiskey 4, Tango, Zulu, Alpha, Whiskey 4, Tango, Zulu, Alpha. I'll be back on in a little bit. GT8.
Hey, take care another other day.
Safe travels. Be careful out there.
A while since I've heard him on KJ4UHX.
KK4SMP.
There you are. How's my buddy and his wife doing? Oh, we're a lot better than we have been. We got power back yesterday about 4:43. Go away somewhere. I don't want to hear it. Well, I wrestled with that generator for 7 days. Well, 8 days, really. I started before the storm. I'm still without power down here still. I hate that. Maybe it won't be much longer. Andrew's still without power also. He and his wife came over and washed clothes, got baths, and ate supper and all that. That's horrible. Dale, sorry. I'm just going to let somebody else pick it up. KJ4UH, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, Mr. Dale, we've been missing you. I think I heard you one time when you was on the mobile.
Yeah, I've been in about 3 or 4 times when I was on the mobile. My all-directional antenna, the mast was folded down, formed the contour for the house. We had some really strong winds here. In fact, had some tombstones turned over in the cemetery here beside the house. And we went and set those things up. It was pretty stout around here.
Indeed. That ought to be a clear shot now to the hill. W4HTP.
Well, it did take down about a 75-foot oak tree here behind the house.
It's not good. W4HTP, we can hear you now.
Yeah, what I was saying was it's fast how fast that those little steps of your old man's special medicine that stays in the top of the cabinet disappears. You take a step here and there, before long you got no medicine up there, and when he goes to get his medicine, he realizes it's gone, Roger.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad. Never know when a snake's gonna bite. You need some snake bite medicine.
Find me on the radio. You just don't find me on 2 meters as much. I stay on HF more than anything. Whiskey 4, take us out.
Well, it's been a while since we heard you, Dave. Hope you and your family are still doing well.
Yeah, me and the kids are doing great. The ex, she's been up on the mountain a lot. She's been up in Lake Lure and all around LEO, so she's always on hurricane relief and disaster relief. So got these 2 kiddos back here, Jonah and Nolly. They're growing like little weeds, and I guess it's been a while since you heard Jonah's voice on the radio. Let's see if he wants to say hello through the call sign. Give me just a second.
All right, no problem.
So let me know when you come back. What bands do you work on HF mostly? Over.
Hello, W4HTP.
Hello. Good to hear you again. It's been a long time. KJ4UHX.
Hang on, here you go.
Good to hear you on there. Dave, keep those kids straight.
Yeah, they keep me running. I can tell you that. They're a handful. Jonah's sweet as ever. Nolly's she's a handful. She likes to get into everything, but she's sweet too. But yeah, I stay up on 40 and a lot of times on 40, 75, and 20 meters most of the time. You can find me on the 10-tech net. Usually about 2 times a month. It just depends on how my availability is. W4HTP.
All right, very good. Hope to see you there when I can put my HF antenna back up, because I've got a Widowmaker hanging ominously over where the center line of that antenna is. Got to take it down before I put it back up. My antenna got flattened by 3 6-inch plus limbs that landed right on the center line of it. Yikes.
Yeah, well, maybe we can get you some help over there when all this clears up. My 288-foot Skyloops, it handled it. I was surprised. I took it down to a Delta loop. It was up at 6 or 8 points. I took some of the points off of it about 6 months ago, and it sustained the wind load of all those trees swinging around on top of the mountain. But it surprised me whenever I came home the other day and it was still up.
Well, I'm happy to say my homemade mast for the 2-meter antenna is what I'm talking to you on now. It survived no problem and included the new GMRS install. So everything here was intact except the HF antenna couldn't stand those limbs hitting it at the same time. And, I got a gust here. I estimate about 125. It pretty much topped the maple tree in the backyard. Big limbs came plummeting down and just wreaked havoc. Comically, the antenna didn't break in half. No. It just disconnected at one end on the fed end, which is the low end. It's only 8 feet high, so putting up it will be trivial. I could put it up right now, but when the Widowmaker falls, it'll just take it out again. So I'm not going to bother till that sucker's down. It's so green right now, I can't rip it out, which really makes me angry. Over?
Yeah, roger that. I just let them break there and make sure nobody wanted to jump in real quick. Well, the only antenna that suffered any from it was my X510 Diamond. I actually took it down the other day. I'm utilizing my Yagi. I can point it directional, so I turned it towards the mountain and listened for cries for help. I've talked to a few stations on simplex. I can make it all the way from my QTH out here in the South Mountains all the way into Yancey and Mitchell County, which has been pretty fun playing with that. But other than that, the X510's down until I get it back up on its mast.
Oh yeah, I understand. That's the reason I've always insisted here on using one-piece radomes, because I know that peak winds here can be apocalyptic. And sure enough, this past weekend proved that in spades. Well, look, old man, it was a pleasure working you. I hope to see you on HF. And 73 from Kilowatt India number 4, Whiskey Charlie America. Always a pleasure to work you. Bye-bye.
Kilowatt India 4, Whiskey Charlie America, W4HTP. Same here, 7-3 to you. And they call me the other day on this repeater. Hadn't heard that in a while. I'll let somebody else go around with it. See you guys.
Hey, other day. This is KQ4DMD Smith out of Patrick Springs.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, on that 510, what kind of damage did you get? The reason I'm asking is I had the wind take out a 510 and broke my fiberglass. I had to buy another 510. I've got the inside workings of a 510 in my shed.
The antenna's fine. It just took my brackets, both my brackets over, so I've got to beef up the brackets and everything. It was laid over horizontal. I have to kind of redo everything. At some point, I'm going to have to get some stronger brackets, something that's going to hold it a little bit better. I've got a Mosley that I need to get up to. I need to just, the hold up, I just haven't poured the concrete for the tower.